can make it right. Alright.
Hey guys, it's Cece Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. So this is actually a re-upload. About 3 weeks ago I did a reverse culture shock video, but what had happened was, I still don't know, somehow the file from my SD card got corrupted when I tried to put it in my computer, so I can't edit it, so I'm just gonna redo it. I'm trying to remember everything I said in the video. So if you have followed me on Instagram or throughout my YouTube history, then you know that I've been in Korea for 2 years, and now I've been home for about almost 2 months. Being immersed in a different culture and then just suddenly coming home, there are just some things that I haven't adjusted to yet, and some things that kind of caught me off guard because I forgot that's what life is like in the US. So I don't know if this will be like a list format or just like things that pop off the top of my head from memory from the last time I did this video. But I think number one, the main thing that I keep doing is bowing. I still keep bowing to Americans and they're looking at me like I'm weird. I went to get my eyelashes lifted a while ago, and you know, I walk in, I was like, hello, and I bowed, and I was like, oh my god, I just bowed. And she said, sweetie, why are you bowing? I'm like, I'm sorry, it was just weird. Like, I keep bowing to people. Somebody held the door open for me and I was like, oh, thank you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I keep bowing to people? Like, it's still something I gotta get out of. I mean, it's polite. I feel like hella cultured and polite when I do it, but it makes me look weird without any context, me just bowing without knowing, oh yeah, she's been abroad, she's been in Korea for 2 years, it's okay. I gotta stop bowing to strangers when they do something nice to me. Or if I'm going to a restaurant and you know they open the door for you or they see you, thank you. Basically, whenever I'm in a situation where I say thank you, I bow a little. So that's one thing I gotta get used to. Number two, I'd have to say the appliances. Most apartments you get as a teacher in Korea, they don't give you like an oven or a dryer for your clothes. You don't really get like garbage disposals and dishwashers or anything. If you at a school that got money, then that might happen. You have to get used to like washing your clothes like maybe 3 days in advance if you need to wear a specific item for a specific occasion. So being able to put my clothes in the dryer and then take them out and they're warm like immediately, I forgot what that was like. I'm used to like just hanging it up and hoping it'll dry by the time I need it. Being able to have a dishwasher, even though I still prefer to just hand wash dishes, but like having an oven to bake, like a normal sized full oven again, and a garbage disposal, so you don't have to worry about like, because in Korea you have like a little drain stopper, you have like a food catcher type of thing in the sink, and then once the food goes down the drain, it collects in this little thing, you pick it up, you throw it out. It's gross, but it's necessary. Here we just have a garbage disposal and just chop that stuff right up. And I'm sure they have these appliances in Korea. I'm not saying they don't, I'm just saying if I haven't had one for the past 2 years. Usually like the higher end newer apartments will probably come equipped with that stuff. Number three, and this is kind of a big one. Coming into your apartment, here you know you have a key. I forgot what having a key was like, so in Korea you have like a little electronic keypad, so you don't have to worry about, oh no, I forgot my key, or oh, I forgot to lock the door. Now you do have to be a little careful to make sure you don't like just openly do it. Like I look left, I look right, and I get real close and then I type it in. And it's important to change it frequently and make sure no one's watching you or recording you with cameras, because we know Koreans like their cameras, little spy cams. But here, like I'll like come up to the door and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then I gotta dig out my key. Like I'm just, oh yeah, there's no keypad here. I gotta actually unlock it with a key. Okay, the fourth thing that's kind of a shocker for me, I forgot how normal it is to just start a conversation with a person, a stranger. Here you can be like, oh, this is terrible weather, and they're like, I know, right? If you go to Korea and you're like, oh, terrible weather we're having, they're looking at you like, 왜 그래? 너무 이상해. Like, that's just not something you do. You don't just talk with people casually. Like, you could start a conversation with a Korean person and they might, if you have a question, that's different, but if you're just trying to make a conversation, they'll be like, yeah. Or they'll just look at you like you're a weirdo or a creep, and it's just not common to talk to people you don't know just casually like that in Korea. I forgot that it's normal for people to say, oh, nice hat, or I love that skirt, I love those shoes. Like, oh man, this is crazy weather. Like, it's normal here, but you do not do that in Korea. Okay, I think the fifth thing would be, oh yeah, that's what I said. I forgot how normal it is for people to bump into you here and actually say sorry or excuse me. In Korea, where they do that at? They'll bump into you and make eye contact with you like, what? I did that. So in Korea, I don't even bother trying to keep my sneakers white because people step all over them. They don't say excuse me or sorry. I don't really expect it. So like a few weeks ago I was in New York and it's crowded in New York, and I remember getting pushed a little and they're like, oh, excuse me, and I'm like,
Show you the world shining.
like I forgot what that was like, that people can bump into you and actually apologize or say sorry or excuse me. And sneezing, it's spring here, it's allergy season, so when you sneeze, I forgot people say thank you. I remember the first time I got to Korea and I sneezed, I'm achoo, nothing. I'm looking around like nothing. But they don't do that. They don't bless you. You just sneeze, you sneeze. You didn't die, thank goodness. I think the sixth thing I would have to say is safety. Overall safety in Korea was everything. I'm so much more paranoid here. Like, I don't like going where crowds gather. I don't like being where a lot of people are in public for too long because I'm worried somebody may have a gun. I miss being in a country where I don't have to worry about being shot for no reason or shot at all. Like, people don't have guns in Korea. So here, even when we went to the movies, we went to see Captain Marvel, and I saw Us, but I'm like always keeping my eye on the exits, and I'm like looking around to make sure if I gotta run somewhere fast that I'll do it. And then this weekend, Avengers Endgame comes out, so that's gonna be like the most seen movie of the year, if not of all time. So I'm a bit scared, admittedly so, to even go to this movie. I don't like going where people gather. In Korea, you could wander the streets at night by yourself, go for late night walks at like 3 a.m. No harm will come to you. Here, you might get some, so what you doing out here, ma? Why you out here so late? Or some creepy old dude like, hey, why y'all so late? And you would think, being in a country, I've never had a Korean phone number. It would be so easy to rob me or to murder me and no one would know about it. Didn't know how to really call 119, which is like their 911. I don't know if you can do that from Kakao, because that would have been my only option. If you didn't know where you were, you didn't know where you were. Somebody could easily take advantage of that, and they didn't. It's just so safe. One good thing about being home, the fresh air. Oh my goodness. For those of you who don't know, Korea has like really bad pollution situations, and like it comes in different seasons. So I want to say it's from like, it's in the spring when it's its worst. So maybe like March to June-ish, something like that, even though it's really hot well before June. A lot of, you get like the yellow dust. It comes in from China, so they say, but also Korea does generate a lot of its own pollution. But like that mixed with pollen, just the air is just terrible this time of year. So when we landed in Chicago and it's snowing a little bit, I could just immediately tell how fresh the air was. I was just like, wow. Like I could see stars. I didn't see that muggy, hazy level or layer that I'm used to seeing. It was the air. I forgot what fresh air was like because I just got so used to the day. They were good and bad. Like, don't get me wrong, not every air day in Korea was bad. There were some that were just fine and normal. If you go to Korea, you should get an app. There's so many apps that tell you about the air quality for the day. Or if you're in Seoul, you can look at the Namsan Tower and you can see the color reflected on it. But like, there'll be days when I don't check the app and I can tell it's a bad day just by looking at the air and how many people have to wear masks. So yeah, that's not really reverse culture shock, but it's kind of. I think the biggest cultural thing that I had to like readjust to is the fact that I went from homogeny to diversity again. So like seeing white people talking with black people and Spanish people talking with Asian people, and it's just normal, it's just abundant, it's mixed. I really miss that. I think that's one of the things I missed the most when I was in Korea. Just diversity. Like, and I know y'all gonna be in the comments like, well, if you don't like diversity, then don't go there. But I wanted that experience, and I don't mind that experience, but every now and then it's nice to be around people who look like you and people who don't look all like one person, i.e. homogeny. So I think another major one would be, I guess this is what, number 9? In Korea, it is really normal to just casually check your reflection and see how you look and adjust your makeup, adjust your hair in public. Like, that's just a normal thing to do. That's why the back of my phone is literally a mirror, so I can just be like, poppin'. But if I'm doing that in the US, if I'm just like looking at myself and seeing how I look people are gonna be like, yo, like you hella conceited, like get out your ass. Like if I'm just like looking at myself in the mirror all the time. But it's I'm so used to it from Korea. Like there are all these huge mirrors in the subway, so as soon as you get up the steps or the escalator, you can just stop and see how you look and look at your full outfit, adjust your makeup, adjust your hair as needed, because that's just how it is. On the bus, people redo their eyeshadow and their eyebrows and stuff. And here, you know, you kind of save little like cosmetic tweaks for privacy, like when you're alone, when there aren't people around you. So unfortunately, I cannot remember everything that I said from the reverse culture shock video the first time I shot it. I feel like I said like 11 things before, but now I can only think of 9. Sorry. If it comes back to me, I can put other stuff in future videos, but for now, that is it. Thanks for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe because it's free and it means so much to me. I'll see you next time. Annyeong.